tips for you so you'll never have to be the IT person for your family, neighbor, or coworkers ever again. Thank God. I can't take another one of those calls. What do you... You're judging me just like they do! Today's video is sponsored by Acronis and their CyberProtect home office software. Do you no longer trust Windows Restore Points? Can't be bothered to make your own backups and stick them in the cloud? Check out Acronis today and give yourself some peace of mind. Alright, we can't promise that you'll never get another phone call, email, or text asking for help because the computer you built 2 years ago is broken. But we can help substantially limit what that tech support might entail. Whether your tech-illiterate compadre changed something in the BIOS that they shouldn't have, somehow, installed some malware from a suspicious email, or can't find their favorite apps since the latest update, we've got you covered. One reliable way to kill all three of these birds with one admittedly awkward stone is to set up your drive in such a way that Windows is the only thing on your default C drive. So anytime someone calls, you can just hit the reset button, nuking Windows, while leaving your personal folders intact on a separate drive partition. Let's say you've just built a new gaming rig for your cousin's uncle's other nephew or something like that with a 1TB SSD. During the Windows setup, we're going to partition it into two, allocating 100 gigs for our operating system on C, as Microsoft suggests 64 gigs of space when upgrading to Windows 11, and we want to leave some headroom for that. Once your partition is created, complete the Windows install. After, you'll need to head to Disk Management, then select the 900 gigabytes of unpartitioned space that we left over earlier. Right-click and create a new simple volume. Assign a letter. Typically this is your D drive unless you've left your boot media plugged in. But don't worry, because you can choose whatever letter you want. Then you can label it to your liking. I'm going to go with storage for today's purposes. If you're not comfortable using Windows' built-in disk manager, you can do this with the Acronis software we'll be installing later, through their Add New Disk feature under Tools and Utilities. Our C drive is going to be where we keep Windows, and that's it. The tricky part is making sure nobody but you has access to it. So the next step is creating an account for our estranged relative that can't touch C. Go to Accounts, Family and Other Users, Add Other User, and then follow the prompts as you go. When finished, check the Accounts page to ensure you created a local account and not another administrator. Just about everyone seems to need video conferencing these days, and Acronis actually has built-in protection for Zoom, Cisco WebEx, and Microsoft Teams, so use one of these three. Next, add Steam, your browser of choice, and anything else they might need. Steam can be installed directly to your storage drive along with any games that'll be downloaded. Just make sure at this point that you don't skip through any installation steps when downloading any games, or you'll miss the part where you designate your partition as the location for these files. And don't skip on hitting that subscribe button because we've got another video coming investigating why Linus's PC keeps turning off that you won't want to miss. Many applications must be installed to C. It's not super common, but they exist. They don't give another option during installation no matter where you've kept the setup.exe file. We can live with that just as long as nothing ends up here that doesn't absolutely need to be. Navigate to Windows System Settings and then select Storage, then click on where new content is saved. This part is crucial. See all of these drop-downs that have local disk C selected? Change all of them. And don't forget to click Apply. For the savages who simply save every file to the desktop, we're going to move that too. Open File Explorer, then right-click the desktop below this PC, then select Properties. Navigate to the Location tab, click Move, and then change the directory to the storage partition. Yes! No more desktop for you. Actually, the desktop's still there, but it's in a different place, so you don't get to keep it where you thought you did. That's the main one, but you're going to want to repeat this process for documents, downloads, music, pictures, and videos as well. And when you perform the system restore we'll be getting to in just a bit, there are going to be a lot of lost files. That trip to Niagara Falls, gone. You'll be written out of the will, just like that last time. Anyway, now for Acronis. We've used them before when we initially tried Windows 11, and the time we intentionally downloaded some ransomware. We're obviously still using Windows today, but their software works for macOS and mobile devices as well. Grab the latest version of CyberProtect Home Office and install it after creating your account. Follow the prompts and away we go. Once it's up and running, the first thing you're going to want to do is head to Backup. We're going to create an online backup to the Acronis Cloud by just clicking this button here. We don't have much on this fresh install, so it won't take very long, but if you have a slower connection or a lot of files to process, this is a great time to stretch your legs or check out the new party shirts at lttstore.com. They're real comfy. Another nice feature is that while we create this backup, Acronis might also find hidden infections. Not for us today, since this is a clean install, but something to think about if you've been considering making backups recently. At this point, we have our backup. We could start